Hello guys, welcome to Reading Society. I'm Prince, joined by Manoj and Varun, and this is our thoughts and review of She-Hulk episode 6. We saw the episode, we did a live watch along, technical issues, no video coming out, so only a review about it.
Right.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts? We haven't even discussed among ourselves, but
Yeah.
Manoj had some thoughts, so you start.
I just felt like it was a little bit underwhelming because, we had a small discussion. So putting that also into my thoughts now, because I felt like it did very little for a character development. I thought till the last episode, I could feel like even if the plot wasn't moving too much, I liked everything that they did with her character, like her personal struggles, her duality with She-Hulk and everything. In this, they did dive into it, like as you guys said, a little bit, like especially in that one scene in the wedding where she was like, I want to come here feeling successful, like about myself, feeling good about myself, about what all I accomplished. But that was the only scene, to be honest, which I really liked. Everything else just, it was just there. It felt like an episode where, if I don't know, like it didn't feel very much crucial to the overall season of She-Hulk. That's the
Yeah.
feeling I got when it finished. So it was all right. Like I was not, like, I saw many tweets saying it was very boring and stuff like that. I was never bored, but it was also like, okay, that's it. I had like a very like neutral reaction to it, I guess you can say.
Varun?
Yeah, I do, kind of agree. I think, it was out and out a filler episode, but I think what kind of, I mean, again, I would say it was slightly underwhelming, but I do see, like, they concluded like this one sort of plot line that was going on with Titania, and
Is
now
it
they have.
concluded?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think it felt like she's very much done. Maybe, I mean, she may show up, but I don't think there is more to their rivalry anymore.
Yeah.
Um, then they again hinted at the other
Mm,
who are, I mean, at this point I think they are the main villains of the
right.
season, those people who are trying to like hunt her or kill her or whatever. So they have hinted at that. And I think what made this episode made me realize that until now, because all the episodes in the previous like Disney Plus shows, all the seasons have been so short that we have
Mm,
never had a filler episode. And
right.
when you don't have a filler episode, if even in like 6 episodes, if you feel like an episode is not moving the plot ahead, then that is probably a bad episode. And we have had bad episodes in literally every show before this. I think all the 6 episode shows have had like one truly bad episode. uh, I think in case of this, because they have 9 episodes, like one filler episode makes sense. I don't think we will have something like this after this, after like from next week onwards. So in that sense, I think it makes sense. And I again, this show works so well in like this TV show, proper TV show format that
Yeah.
I think, yeah, like I wouldn't mind if they turn this into an 18 episode, 16 episode season with like 2 3 filler episode sprinkled all
Like a
throughout the
proper
season.
sitcom, right? Like a
Yeah,
sitcom kind of
like a
thing.
proper sitcom with and again I think the case in this was again a bit interesting. It got
Yeah.
resolved pretty quickly, but it was still interesting that someone who is immortal who was like married so many times, like how would that person go
I
through
think we
divorce?
should talk about get more in depth about that case. But before that, I just want to say if it's a 22 episode, when you say sitcom, then it makes sense to have a filler episode. If it's a flash,
Mm.
it's a good filler episode, well made filler episode.
Let's not go
But you
there.
cannot make a you cannot make a 9 episode series and add a filler episode there. I disagree to that. This is like again, nothing. I don't have a problem with the episode because I like when a series develops its secondary characters also.
Hmm.
With
Mm.
her friend getting involved, and we see her side of how she solves a case and uses her way of doing it, right? It's very different
Right,
than
right.
other two people. I forgot her
Mm.
name, the other one with her,
Yeah,
the in
yeah.
charge, and even
Mm.
She-Hulk's character, right, Jen. So they
Hmm.
have
Mm.
a different way of solving a case, right? So I like that they were getting a different outlook, and she's going to a wedding, her shenanigans, what's happening. It's okay, it's a filler episode, but you cannot give me a filler episode in a 9 episode series. I'm sorry. This is like you have to maintain a steady flow of to take a story ahead in certain way. So I'm in that sense and not happy. And even
Mm.
like it's okay to have it for 15 episodes, 20 episodes, then it's okay, you know but right now
Yeah.
you cannot expect me to come every week and you don't give me anything. The bar is very high. you know,
Yeah.
even if it's Marvel or anything. I understand I don't have problem with the tone, the jokes, the
right.
performances. It's all what they are trying to do. They are not doing anything wrong with what they want to do. They are doing that. So I cannot say why it's not serious, why there's more stakes and all of that. But at least don't give
Mm.
me episode where there's nothing. I could skip it and nothing will change actually. Honestly, even next episode we saw that thing with a new thing pointer. I skip
Yeah.
this. I see the next episode and someone used that and take the blood. I'm like, okay, they got a stronger one. Do I need to watch this episode to
Mm.
understand that? No.
That's
So
true.
in that sense,
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
not happy. And also, I just I think I was happy with episode 2, which we got all the court cases and everything. But again, it's just like Jennifer hasn't done anything now. The She-Hulk trademark thing happened. She was outside, like she was like a, what do you say,
She was the accused.
defendant in that, yeah. So she didn't do much. So I'm like, already 6 episodes over, 3 to go. When we'll get, we'll see her doing all that. I want more of that.
I mean, I think she's taking decisions and all those things. She's deciding when to be She-Hulk, when to not. Like all those things are happening, but
No,
I
not
mean,
about
yeah,
She-Hulk. I'm talking about the being a lawyer. Like I want to see more
Okay.
of that, like law side of it. Like if it was okay
I don't
that
think that's
there was
happened
one
with
story of a different
remaining.
case, one story of a different case in a same episode. But maybe my expectation is that I want more lawyer stuff, and through that to
Hmm.
develop the character. Don't take a off route and they said it, like they called it out that it's an episode of a self-contained
Right,
wedding
right.
episode. So I get it.
Self-contained.
But I would appreciate it more if the character development is through a case than through a so
Because it'll show her
side
doing her
like,
job also.
maintain
Hmm.
create a world for her first, then go sidetracks. She's at a wedding, she said like I'm invested in the character, I want to see what she does in different places, but first develop that, right? Don't give me
Hmm.
before I'm too invested in her,
But
you're
then again, I
already
think
taking
9
off shoots, right?
episodes is short for that too. Like
Yeah, that's the
you
issue,
need
right?
13 episodes.
Yeah, that's the issue there.
And top of that, when they do this, like when they have an episode like this, so then it becomes even more shorter, right? Like
Yeah.
the time you can do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
I
again,
agree with what
love
you're
the
saying.
fourth wall. Love all the that whole. I think the troll. I think they literally the beginning, all the trolls they got for the show itself, they added that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll watch
Yeah.
New Rockstar's video. He'll break it down.
Yeah.
So so I love that. The better thing is that the creators knew making the show this will happen, and it's literally happening.
Right.
So it makes them more smarter. That they
Yeah.
were so wise that they knew this will happen and we already targeted it. It's not like they made the episode 2 days back, just before the release, right?
Right.
That they know what's happening, let's add all of that in the show. No. It's already decided, done, everything over. And it's just proving their point that we know what you guys will do on internet, on Twitter, the wild stuff, and we have already added you in the show.
Right.
So that's what I really enjoy. But let's come to that court case. Very interesting idea. And the way it was solved was okay. But
they took the funny route, right?
yeah.
They took the
I
funny
wonder,
route.
like, if in reality, right? Forget 8 wives, just there 3. One he spent 18 years. One he had a kid with. One went into depression after he left or death. So how do you compensate that? That's
Yeah.
They didn't really go much into the compensation, to be honest. Like they
There's a
raised that
concept-
question.
They just
Yeah, they
touched
raised
it and
that
left.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. They raised that question, but because I feel like that would get into the nitty gritty of okay,
I
how
think
do we do
when
this?
you
and-
hear that you want to establish a courtroom drama in a MCU, this is what I want.
right.
Exactly.
These are the
yeah.
cases,
Yeah,
that
cases like
fascinates
this.
me.
Yeah.
And I think there's an Indian show called Guilty
Minds.
Guilty Minds.
Guilty Minds.
So in that show also there are few cases which are very futuristic or fictionalized. An AI driven car caused an accident. And it is a very interesting questions, about humanity, about all that stuff. So it's very interesting ideas. Where at least they're doing the court case. It's all about the court case.
You also said there's some video game.
Yeah, so a
episode
guy is
video.
wearing a
VR.
AR headset, and he has to, at the last mission is to kill someone in real life. Kind of that Blue Whale game had happened, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like, is the game telling him, or is it him who's doing it? Like, who's wrong here? So it's a murky place, right? It's a gray area. Like, how do you decide it?
Yeah.
Because there's no back of it, right? Like backstory, whatever you call it. Like no precedence,
yeah.
no precedence of what is right, what is
So
wrong
first
about
time
this.
happening thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, I would be really interested, but maybe that's not this show. It's more about She-Hulk than getting into
No,
these
but
cases.
what you're saying is where I think it's a cool idea because when you do stuff like that, it also enriches that universe because you're pulling out different stuff that's happening in the universe
Yeah.
in the MCU. So things which you won't really see in the movie, like you can actually pull stuff up, like maybe some legalities involved with the blip, something like that. Like that'll be kind of cool.
yeah.
DC did this first with that show.
Powerless.
Powerless,
yeah.
yeah. Which got cancelled
one
in-
season. Yeah.
not even entire season got over.
Yeah, that's true.
See,
So,
I'm like,
Initial
yeah.
episode.
you have not developed your own universe, and before that, you have a courtroom drama show of like,
And
why
the
would we
law
care?
firm is owned by Bruce Wayne, like in that show.
Something like that. Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is the
Oh.
main owner, but of course he never shows.
Never
it.
shows
It's
up.
about
Yeah.
a group of people, and they are all lawyers. No one is superpowered, but the cases were supposed to
voice
be
is
like
gone?
that. I guess. Oh,
I was talking about how it enriches the universe when
Yeah.
you pull different like I was talking like you can pull out legalities involved with the blip, stuff like that where it's like awkward situations where you
You know,
just
but again, it comes to I think what I've brought this up so many times, and Varun always says that I think they're done with the blip and Thanos.
no
and-
okay blip was
kind
just
of.
an example.
Yeah.
I'm saying that like scenarios which is unique to the MCU which you won't explore in any movie.
Like some people are saying, like in how Civil War, like the Sokovia Accords, the what do you say? What happened in Sokovia and that mother who showed up at Tony
right,
Stark's.
right.
So like there's so
Yeah,
many, but
yeah.
again that goes in a different tonality than the show. Maybe
I don't
Daredevil
know.
deals with it.
Yeah,
Even
you know?
maybe.
Marvel was planning to do a show on damage control. It was called Damage Control.
right.
But like this was long back on. It was supposed to come on ABC, where Agents of Shield used to come. And it was supposed to be like Powerless and Damage Control. They were supposed to be,
Similar, yeah.
Yes,
Similar.
announced around the same time, so
Yeah.
people were comparing. But then Powerless did not last even one season, so I guess
Right.
Marvel also like forgot.
They should have been like, this is WB, man. They usually
I
mess
think-
things up.
I think that's what She-Hulk does, right? She's a character who does this. What is a
Yeah.
better opportunity to have instead of setting up
Even
something
Daredevil is a character
original or
who does
new,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Instead of developing something new, original, which people not relate to, you're taking a character who's already invested into this. Why not explore it through her?
True.
Instead of just trying to deviate and just enjoying, like it's like not doing the risky stuff, like not getting into the core of it. It's just you're touching the concept of leaving and then leaving. You don't want to get it, like get it, man. We want that. I think it's okay. I don't mind if you don't get superhero stuff from this. That's not what I'm watching it for.
Right.
Yeah, I think
So-
that's where sort of all the modern like superhero movies and TV shows, they are slightly getting out of touch. I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of them are still focusing on like big blockbuster like action and all that, and showing us different characters coming together and all that. And that's happening in both Marvel and DC. All the upcoming films are like that. But I feel like at this point, people genuinely want to see more
Character stuff.
different stuff, character stuff. Yeah, that's why Boys and all that shows are getting so popular. And that, I
Successful,
think, you can like making a show like this, which is just about like superhero cases
Like
and literally nothing else, no superpowers or anything.
like
I
I'm
think
just
even that-
I'm just saying this out of nowhere because I've been watching Cobra Kai now because everyone keeps recommending it, and even in that show, it's like they explore the characters so well. Like whether it's the villain or if it's the protagonist, antagonist, like the line is so blurred. So that makes it
Yeah.
really fun, to watch because you are at times confused who you're rooting for. And I kind of, I mean, this is going completely off topic, but I do wish that now MCU, DC, I think we are at a place where superhero movies, we have seen the origins, we have seen stuff like that. Now we want to like dive more and explore more. We want them to sort of evolve into something a little bit more different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in upcoming films, I think none of the MCU films. Black Panther 2 looks interesting, but I cannot say
Black
anything
Panther
about
was-
it.
Yeah.
Rest of all the films that are coming out, everything that's announced, it's it's just it's going to be your regular sequel, regular new sort of character introduction. I think
Hey,
even in
Varun.
DCU, like Black
The
Adam.
hierarchy will change. The hierarchy will change.
Yeah, I mean, he has been saying, "I'm not a superhero. I'm not a superhero." But like, I've seen 5 different superhero properties do that exact same thing in the last 2 years. So like, I hope that's something new. But again, I don't have that expertise. So.
Yeah. That's true.
I do have a question about She-Hulk.
But before that, guys, Manoj made a really good video about Black Adam. Do check it out. It's on the channel.
Oh yeah.
Unnecessary. No, I do have a question about She-Hulk. Do you think them showing the helmet of Daredevil last week kind of hampered this week's episode?
I actually wanted to come to that, and Sana also asking that,
Yeah.
waiting for David.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, that gonna get Daredevil episode, and why did they put a trailer out? And now I totally get it. They were like, people will lose interest. Let's just give them more Daredevils coming. And now everyone is tuning in every week to watch him, but he's not there. So I think it's totally like the last few episodes they are saving him. That at least people watch till the end.
The last few episodes are the only thing remaining. So.
Yeah. So I think
He should come
they're
next,
literally
right?
like pulling that
7,
thing.
8,
They're
9.
pulling that string.
Right.
That they knew that their show may not get that much, viewership, and also they added the Daredevil thing, and we'll have a lot of cameos and all. I feel like we'll see some more special cameos, like no one knows about till now. Maybe someone shows up. So that I feel like, because they want, I'm sure, because I think they teased it that apart from what there'll be more people gonna show up in the show. So I feel like they are gonna do that. But again, I feel like when you're doing this, you're playing this trick. That means something is wrong. That you don't feel confident enough, and that means you have not done a good job.
I don't think so. I feel like the show is, because again, like we said, the character is like that she meets up or like helps out so many different superpowered people with like their legal stuff. So I guess in that sense, like promising cameos does work in this sense, because it is that kind.
That is okay, but then the play you are making, right? I think most people are fed up of that only, because remove Daredevil that he'll not show up, and half the people will stop watching the show because they are not into it. They're just waiting for Daredevil to show up. No, see, I have seen on internet, there are people just waiting for Daredevil to show up. That's why they're watching it. They're tuning in every week.
To be honest, I think I would have enjoyed the show more if I didn't know Daredevil was coming. And I'm just enjoying the show for its own merits. I know it doesn't work because they want the viewership they want people to tune in. But just in a personal way, I think I would have enjoyed this a lot more. And then when Daredevil, when they showed the helmet, I would have just thought, that's just an Easter egg. It doesn't mean anything, just an Easter egg. But dude, if he actually shows
First, it was a rumor. Then they showed him flip in the trailer at the end. Then they released a whole trailer where he's like a small trailer where they're talking and all.
He says something.
And he's in action also. I've not seen the trailer, but I've the thumbnails I've seen. So okay, now
it's an extension of the jump scene. That's nothing much.
Like a front angle look. I use that for a video we did. but guys.
I feel like go ahead.
I was ending, so if you have anything to add.
Even I was just going to say, guys, exponential fade.
Okay, I want to talk about, as Varun was saying, right, the action every time. You don't have to, it's something we've already seen now. Everyone is doing the same thing now. And I feel I recently just finished Westworld season 4, and that show is outstanding, unless they try to do this action kind of stuff, which is very rough edged logical issues in those sequences, not the whole concept. But whenever they come to the philosophy and the concept and the ideas they are exploring in that show, it's outstanding, But whenever it comes to make an action scene or create we have to build up to a climax, so let's do something big, with that doesn't work. But their reveals, their shocking moments, their concepts which are outstanding, they always work like that. So I don't want even for Brahmastra, I don't want every film to have a big CG fest action moment. Now I think if someone doesn't do that, that'll be fun in itself. It will stand out because everyone is doing the same thing. So I just hope people making superhero stuff.
Having this world-ending plot.
Yeah.
In the end, that's one of the reasons why Spider-Man: Homecoming is one of my favorite movies, because the end was not a world coming down plot.
Exactly.
It was just
so
in a way it was. In a way that still, all the reality will break and the multiverse is a collapse kind of thing.
No, Homecoming.
Oh, Homecoming. Oh, sorry.
Homecoming was
first
It was a
one.
very
Got it.
personal
Yeah.
story. Like
Yeah, it
it
was
was
so personal.
him and Vulture. That was it. So
And that too,
all
not even Vulture. Like it was basically his crush's dad.
yeah,
or, like,
crushes
his
dad. Yeah, you know, and like when he like that scene when he puts the building down, when he lifts it up, you know,
Yeah.
it feels very personal because you're like it's not the
Yeah.
end of the world. And even the last fight with Vulture that he has, like he actually saves him from that whole thing. Like it was so good. Like I was like, this is so refreshingly good. Which I feel like we haven't really got that. I can't think of another
She-Hulk does have the
MCU.
potential. I feel like if
She-Hulk
the
has,
season
yeah.
end is just this,
That's
that
true.
you know, they are trying to kill her and she's trying to defend herself. If it's
Yeah.
just that, and like her, you know, sort of accepting that, like She-Hulk is an identity that you know she has to in on or something like that.
True.
I
Except,
think yeah, it does have that potential, but let's see how it goes.
all right. So,
Can't say
guys,
anything.
those are our thoughts on She-Hulk episode 6. We'll be back next week with the audio. And we will get to see a reaction also. Sorry for that. But again, do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, do like, share, subscribe, and keep geeking out. We'll see you next time.